Hello everyone! Hi and welcome to the Show Me Live. This is a stream where we just hang out and pretty much vibe. Let me just see if I can fix this screen real quick. Let me just grab this one so we can make it nice and big for everyone to see. There we go. I think we could squeeze in just a little bit more here. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, synopsis of what we do during this stream. We have a Discord server, which you can find in the description below, where you guys can submit things like pictures and memes and all kinds of different content. So as long as it, you know, follows the rules and whatnot. Sorry, my brain is still booting up. I'm still very sleepy. Yeah, I think that's the you guys, for the most part, know the drill. Today's gonna be just a very chill session, so I thank you for your patience and understanding. Wait, I'm not muted, am I? That would be something I'd do, but I don't think so. Can you guys hear me? Hello! Hey, I see a Renchi, a Haruka, and a Sentinel. Welcome to the stream, my dudes! Welcome. And first up, we've got a post from Sentinel of an adorable artwork of derpy hooves from My Little Pony. Just do that so you can see the entirety of it. Very, very cute. And just in case you guys want the link, I will post it in chat. There you go. Super adorable out of 10. Honestly, being able to ride a bubble sounds really fun right about now. How about sleeping on a bubble? I want to sleep on a bubble. Dude. And she says, hi Sohma, how are you? Aw, shucks, thanks for asking. I'm doing good, just sleepy. I had a really busy day yesterday, but I'm just coming to now. I forgot my water. I'll get my water in a little bit, but apparently after you go through an MRI scan, they put stuff. They put metals in your body, and then you just gotta, like, drink lots of water so you can pee it all out, is what the doctors say. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm like, so dehydrated. So dehydrated and sleepy. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually pretty optimistic overall. And next up, we've got a post from Mr. McGillicuddy. Mr. McGillicuddy says, latest print, credit to TechSpiderBot on printable.com, the Millennium Puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh! It took me days to print each piece, and while you could wear it, I wouldn't recommend it as the pieces are quite loose. Although they look so cool. What if you were able to glue it together? I imagine it doesn't come without, like, risks and such. But that looks awesome, dude! Seriously, great work. And I like that even though they're all individual pieces, as you can see from these lines here, you can tell that they line up very, very neatly. Nice work, my dude. Nice work. So if you wanted to hang it, I forget, does it hang from like a golden chain, or what is canonical to the Yu-Gi-Oh universe? Oh, and I see Ender King's in the chat. Hi! Oh, and if you have any questions in regards to how many submissions you're at, I don't know how many y'all have posted. That one is the Bun's job. Okay, I see you stay hydrated in chat. I'm gonna go get a water. I'll be right back. I'll be back in just, give me 1 minute. Water's not that far. And I got it. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, I think Yugi used a regular chain to wear it. That makes sense. That makes sense. But given just how thick, you know, the Millennium Puzzle is, you'd think he'd have a very thick chain. Oh, it was a rope in the first arc. Ah, interesting. Then Yugi switched it with a chain for the rest of the series. Huh. Interesting. makes me wonder why they went with that change. Oh yeah, also just a little update to you guys. The Bonbon was sleepy when he went through the Show Me Live submissions, and a couple of errors may have occurred. If you guys notice any of your submissions are suddenly gone, feel free to reach out to Bon in the DMs. He might have miscounted. It was a very busy day at work for him. Renchi says it was a rope in the first arc, then Yugi switched it for a chain in the rest of the series. It's tiny details, you know? It makes you wonder. Yugi... Oh, makes you go, oh. Well, if you just look him up on Google, the first picture of Yugi has a chain around his neck, so. For some reason, my brain only remembers the chain. But, I see another picture of it with a rope. You guys are right. It's both. Both are correct answers. Good memory, you guys. Very good memory. Impressive. Next up, we have a response from Cyrus saying that is the official one. And Sentinel says, this is insanely cute. Too cute to not show you, Sohma. I think the image speaks for itself. Let me go ahead and grab the link first because you guys know how I do. Always give credit to the source links. There, I posted it in chat. Now let's take a zoom in. We've got the UwU. There's an UwU cafe. I want to go. There's an UwU cafe. I want to go to this one. But I'm gonna take a shot here. It's probably in some place far, far away. I want to go to the UwU cafe. They've got paw cakes. So cute. I had pancakes last night. Paw cakes, croissant. Oh, and it's even got cat ears. How do you do that? Dude, people who can do food art, like, you guys are on a whole nother level, and your craft deserves respect. Then we've got cat cookies. Super cute. And they're calicos, too. And then the omu rice. I want the omu rice. I've always wanted to try an omu rice. I've seen, like, people cutting omu rices, like, in half, just for all the insides of the eggs to spill over the rice, and it looks really, really good. Although these prices are a little concerning. Then we have strawberry parfait. Oh, that looks good. Dude, I love strawberry. Strawberry is so good, and all of that sugary goodness is at the bottom right there. You see how it gets really saturated down here? That's because that's where all the sugar goes. Yeah, it's super duper cute, right, Renchi? Oh my gosh. And Ender King says, Omu rice alone is hard enough. Imagine making Omu rice art. I can only imagine. How they do it is honestly, that's super skill. Oh, there's boba too! They've got bubble tea and meow latte. I'd say it's definitely worth the meownies. And Renchi says, this is what I was talking about years ago about adding new desserts in your cafe. I see, I see. Oh, you bet we would definitely take a lot of creative liberties when it comes to making the art. And the foods and the artworks with the foods. Absolutely adorable. Thanks for sharing that, Sentinel. I gotta start doing the doodles again. And Sarah says 1,000 buckaroos for omu rice? Yeah, that's a lot of money for egg. I know inflation and all that, but still though. And Renchi says, oh yeah, I read that. And Mr. Manager, which is Bon, says as long as you coffee beans are okay with spending $1,000 for omu rice, I'm okay with that. Of course you are. Girl says $800 for cat cookies I can live with. I ain't doing $900 for a parfait. Yes, because of course we have standards. This is where we draw the line. And she says, speaking of desserts, who wants some cake? I do. I'm gonna scoot all y'all, all the coffee beans just off the table. I want some cake. I could go for some dessert. I just ate, but I mean, if you don't mind. I want dessert. I like sweets. I like sweets. What did I just eat? I know I ate something, but I forgot what I eated. Oh yeah, I had a breakfast sandwich. I consume. Ender King says, to be fair, it is omu rice. But it's not uwu rice. It was literally right there. Omu or uwu? If it was uwu, would it be sus? I don't know. I don't know. Next up from Colin, we've got a Keyblade. Colin says, here's a Keyblade that has a unique design. 2 becoming 1. Nice. This Keyblade is exclusive to Kingdom Hearts 2.5 with a unique ability. Light and darkness makes getting final form easy, but gets anti from often? What is anti? How to obtain. Defeat Roxas at Memory Skyscraper. Let me see, can I make it bigger? I can make it bigger. Ooh, it's a spiky one. I kind of like the alterations between the colors black and silver here. Kind of reminds me of playing cards in a way. Hey, Dr. Waluigi, what's up? How are you? Oh, and thanks for asking. I'm doing good. Just a little leepy, but good. Renchi says, my mom did make a lovely light cake with strawberry jello cubes last week. Ooh, jello cubes. How does one go about doing that, I wonder? Oh, my mom used to make jello a long time ago. But to transform jello into cake, my brain is just like, huh. What is the process? Think. And Wheels of Steel says, Sohma, hey there. How are you? Sorry I took so long. I was trying to find pics for the Show Me Live. Don't worry about it. Thanks so much for dropping in. It's always awesome to see you guys. And Dr. Waluigi says, I am good. Just starting a new game before I head off to bed. That's fair. There's a couple of things I want to do tonight on my own spare time. I want to see if I can get Pokemon Fire Red. I want to see if I can also get Pokopia. You know, Tocopia with playing Resident Evil Requiem tomorrow. And Wheels of Steel says, what is your favorite Jello flavor? I'm a fan of cherry myself. I like the red one. I don't know which one the red one is. I'm going to assume that's strawberry. But yeah, very, very cool Keyblade. I do like how it arches upwards like this. I like weapons that curve. Kind of like the great swords from the Monster Hunter series. Next up, we've got a photo from, I think this is also Colin. A couple days ago, I had this bad blizzard and there was so much snow and a total whiteout. It looked like something straight out of Silent Hill. Oh my gosh, you're not kidding. That's a lot of snow. I want to, okay, forgive me for this, but I kind of want to lick this pole. Intrusive thoughts. It looks so fluffy and very lickable. I'm just one millim. Come on. Okay, if you ever get your tongue stuck to a pole in a blizzard, what do you do to unstick? Just asking for a friend. So what does one do during like such heavy blizzards? How do you stay warm? Dude, I haven't seen snow like this in ages. Where I live, we don't get snow. And she says, I would love to try a blue raspberry flavored Jello. The color alone is really cool. Dude, blue flavor is like one of the best flavors. And King says, hot water, I think, for the tongue thing. Okay, but wouldn't you also burn your tongue in the process? Maybe a towel saturated in warm water. Maybe. Oh, then you accidentally bind the towel to your tongue and the pole. Uh-oh, wait. I've made it worse. My solution is a bad solution. Cancel. And Dr. Waluigi says, put warm water or saliva for the tongue. Ugh. Okay, on second thought, I promise not to lick the pole. Just if I ever go out to a snowy place like this, I'm gonna tell Bond to make sure to keep a very close eye on me. Underking says not hotter than tea or coffee, obviously. Okay, cool. How would you know what the exact temperature? Would you need a thermometer for that? Or a tea kettle that actually measures in temperature? Because some of those exist out there. I know we've got one. Dude, the snow though on the rails here, right here, they look so soft. I just want to paw it. Let me just destroy it real quick. It's beautiful. I need to put my hands, my paws, my everything all over. Just I'm gonna roll around and it looks so soft. The texture, it calls to me. Enderking says, I imagine you can tell by feel. Fair enough. But if I'm the one stuck to the pole, I can't go to the sink and feel for myself. I have to trust somebody to not burn my tongue off. The tongue is precious. The tongue is for tasting, and then if you burn it, you can't taste no more. Although I think the same could be said if you freeze-dried your tongue. Probably can't taste anything for a while after that too, huh? Ooh, maybe by a thermos? Quite possibly. Very, very possible. Just curious, before I jump to the next one. Have you guys have any fond memories of snow days like this? Or do you guys just typically stay in? What's your go-to plan if you see the snow outside like that? Next post up is by Haruka. Part 2 of showing my Animal Crossing outfits. It was still difficult to squeeze it down to only just 6 submissions when I have a whopping 100. You have 150 outfits to choose from? Dude, that's how you know you played your Animal Crossing. That's how you know you had a good time finding outfits online. I adore this bow. This bow is so flippin' cute. Oh, I like this hat with this, outfit. It matches really, really well. And notice you're also using a pochette. The brown pochette, very cute. I need to get me one of those. Kawaii. Oh, this is so cute and it's so pink and I'm gonna just die. Ah, it's so cute. With a snow hat too? Speaking of weather. And Dr. Waluigi Review says, if I see snow, I wrap myself in a blanket and watch movies and play video games. That's a pretty good plan. Sounds like a great day. Ooh, and don't forget to order pizza. And Wheels of Steel says, honestly, why do I imagine that being your winter outfit? Just make it pink. Well, there's so many cute outfits that that creators have made for the Animal Crossing community. This is so cute. It's a perfect little Christmas outfit. And it's so poofy. I love it when you get the poofy dresses. And they even added the fluff at the bottom too. The fluff on the bottom, the fluff in the hat. It's a perfect combination. Wheels of Steel says, I'm referring to the second outfit, by the way. Let me go ahead and just scroll back into the second one. Okay, wait. I can't count. Hold up. 1, 2. It's adorable! For a seasonal outfit. It's very modern. Considered. Definitely considered. And if I can find out the code, I'd be happy to download it too. Dude, Haruka, from the last post, the last time you posted in the previous Show Me Life, I was so happy to grab these for my character too. Oh, these shoes are the perfect shoes to go with this outfit, even though you can't see them. It's good to know they are there. The pom-pom shoes? They're cute and fluffy. Very cute, very fluffy. And this one's a magical dress. I love it. The combination of the black lace with the purple colors and the stars, giving it a very magical vibe. I've never seen these shoes before, but very good match, very good match. Wheels of Steel says, I want to label the Santa outfit Sohma clause. Well, in this case, it is a Haruka clause, because this is Haruka's character. Very cute. And this one is super duper, like, adorable being yellow. It's got a very season of spring undertone to it. Or what I call it, an overtone. Overtone, undertone. This hat is adorable! I love this style where it gets all poofy, and then you just have the cap. And Haruka says, if you haven't noticed, there's one thing that's in common with all my outfits, which is the glasses, and I'm going to slightly blame you for this. But back when you streamed on Twitch... Oh, way back when? Yeah, my very first Animal Crossing, like, file, I use these exact glasses for the comfy energy, you know? Gotta have that comfy energy. And Retro Gamer Kevin, yo, what's up? Amazing ideas, Wheels. Also, hey, Sohma. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday so far. Really adorable outfits, Haruka. If there's more you want to share on this, please, by all means, go for it. And I shall continue moving. Oh, yes, there's more. Okay, I shall leave this up as I read. Haruka says, I noticed you were using those glasses and I instantly got hooked onto it. And I've been using it for every single outfit. They're cute, aren't they? I also see that you're using the same glasses for this outfit, but instead of the pink ones, you're using the yellow ones to match the ensemble. Very good choice. I'd buy more clothing for my character, but I've reached the house limit on inventory slots. I need to upgrade my house, but it costs 500,000 bells. I do not have 500,000 bells. And Renchi says, OMG, I just remembered Chika Fujiwara had that type of hat for her Detective Chika persona. Oh my gosh, she's such an adorable spaz. I love her. She's such a cute character. From the anime... Hold up, I know this. Let me try hard. Come on, memory recall. Do your thing. Brain, I know you've got holes in it, but connect those brain cells. The anime was Kaguya... Love is War. It's called Love is War. Ha ha ha! I know the English version. The Japanese title, not so much. And Haruka says, yeah, they're so cute and versatile. Extremely. They go along with many, many outfits. And next up, we have a post from Colin that says, I got this for Christmas a few months back, and it's an official Super Mario Jenga game. I've been a fan of Mario for my whole life, and I never knew this was a real thing until I got it. Well, how do you like it? Is it fun? Does it play? Do the physics feel the same as regular Jenga? Or because now they're Mario bricks, does it feel a little different? I know the texture's probably a little changed. Because I imagine it's probably more plasticky. Oh, you got the little characters on the side too. If you see, you've got the plastic artwork and little pegs that you can insert into the sides. So what's the objective in this version? Are you supposed to go up? Is the goal to get to the very top of the tower? Or is up the tower to battle Bowser? Well, how do you battle them? They're just paper. Enter the Paper Mario series. How fascinating. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of like crossover like board games and etc. etc. I've probably never even heard of. But they'd probably be a fun way to pass the time, right? Right? Feel free to share with us more, Colin, as I move us forward. Next up, we have a post from Sentinel saying, last time I showed you Overwatch's adorable jetpack kitty. Now I'm showing you this. Meet Wrecking Ball. The first thing you see is a robot with cannons, right? Yep, but I can't help but notice this hamster poking out. That's a hamster, right? Please tell me that's a hamster. Well, this is actually a mech piloted by a super smart genius hamster named Hammond. Yes! The mech has an AI that talks with the hamsters, so they have their own Jarvis. Together, they are a mech battle champion wrecking ball. Also, Hammond is super duper cute. And if you want to know why they're called a wrecking ball, well, the mech can turn into a big old ball and roll around. It even has a grapple that can hook into any surface into the environment, and then Hammond can move with the mech with enough force to knock into enemies, sending them flying. Do not mess with the ham. Adorable! Super cute! I love it. This hamster is piloting a W engine. Awesome! Reggie says, that looks really fun. There was a Donkey Kong version with the OG Jumpman. Oh, really? Huh. The more you know. I really do need to grab like a clip of the rainbow and the more you know symbol for our streams. And what else did I miss? Ah, you guys are synchronizing brain cells in chat. I see. And Sentinel says, I figured you like it. Of course I do. It's super duper cute. The concept is adorable, but it's also very, very weaponized. Very cool. I can appreciate that. We love a good hamster. Hamsters are little fighters. From my experience of owning hamsters, they don't really care about what gravity can do to them. They'll jump off cliffs if it means getting to a brand new destination. Is it out of fear? Not always. Sometimes they just jump because it looks like a good idea at the time. They live life like they're always in a QTE session, you know? Sentinel says, and he's friends with a super smart gorilla scientist. A gorilla scientist, huh? Talk about guerrilla warfare. Well, that's pretty cool. I imagine that the gorilla scientist could probably get him the goods, you know? Get him the sweet upgrades for his tech. Hey Wild, welcome to the stream! And Ender King says, funny enough, the smaller the animal, the less fall damage they take. It's a fun quirk of physics. That makes sense. And good in the case of one of my hamsters. I literally almost had my heart jump out my chest when one of my past hamsters jumped out of my hands, and they were very high up. I was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? That was a really far jump. Oh, thank goodness we have carpet. But still, you are small, you are delicate, you are a tuft of fluff. You are not meant to fall. And Wild says, hope everyone's day is going well. Hey, likewise to you. Likewise to you as well. And Sentinel says, a literal gorilla scientist too. No joke. His friend is a literal gorilla who loves peanut butter. Dude, peanut butter's pretty good. I just had myself a Smucker's earlier and, yeah. Peanut butter go burr. Under King says, this is why an ant could literally fall off the Empire State Building and be fine. Actually? Like, no joke? And Renchi says, I know. He was also a really great fighter in the arena in Junkertown. What is this Junkertown you speak of? Oh, is it in this guy, for this guy's universe, or in a different video games universe? Feel free to enlighten me. Next up, we have a post from Colin saying, this is the newest version of Fjorm. How do you pronounce that name? Of Fjorm in Fire Emblem Heroes. Is the F silent? In a new lineup of units. Chosen Fjorm. Fjorm? She has the ability that lets her slightly increase her attack range and can counter her attacks from a distance. That's almost a little broken. Almost a little broken. She is voiced by Heather Hogan. Very cool. I like her stance. I like the floof. She's got the floof. Probably to help keep warm because she looks like an ice type. Energy says, I think it's Fjorm. Okay, I can dig with that. I can do that. I can dig and do that. Ender King says, no joke. Bugs are small enough that their fall damage is pretty much 0. Oh great, so that means that the centipede that fell on my keyboard all those years ago probably took no damage from that fall, but my heart took a lot of damage from fear that day. Renchi says, in Wrecking Ball's universe, who is this Wrecking Ball? I mean, that is their... Oh, Wrecking Ball, the hamster, right? Or isn't Wrecking Ball the name of their device? Doesn't the hamster have a different name? Let me double check the info that you guys have given me here. Hammond! His name is Hammond. And the device that they're piloting is called the Wrecking Ball, right? Ender King says, Fjorm because it sounds Nordic. They definitely are giving off that the Nordic vibe here. So I see it. I believes it. And Wild says, bought Leaf Green to tide me over until Monster Hunter Stories 3 is released. Wait, it comes out next week. Shut up. Shut up, but don't shut up. Keep it going. I'm just gonna quickly go over to Steam and hit the Steam store and look up Monster Hunter Stories 3. That's another $70. I need games to slow to F down. Adding to the wish list. You guys bet your butts I'm going to be playing the heck out of this game. Now, the deluxe kit, I need incentive here. Game, like usually when there's pre-order bonuses, it is so difficult for me to be incentivized. I'm just like, oh, look at all these outfits I'm not going to use. Because down the road, what usually happens is even if you don't pre-order a game, they'll just release all the costumes as extra DLC content you can just buy singularly. It's cheaper, obviously, to pre-order, right? If you want to get everything that ever is and ever was in the game. It's always cheaper to pre-order. But. And Wild says, I just paid for the standard edition. You know what? Whatever works, right? That doesn't mean you're locked out of content, which is good. And next up, Colin says, this took a while to get in Sword Art Online Integral Factor. It's the Note Boss avatar set. There's no preview image for it, so I improvised and used Kirito and Asuna as the models. Note, avatar costumes from bosses are unisex. Ah, you love to see it when that's the case. It's a nice outfit. I like it. Especially when you've got extra ribbons. I love ribbons. I'm a huge fan. But if we go to Kirito, he gets a bow tie instead. Still very nice. The cufflinks on these are a good accent to the overall outfit. Black and purple. I don't see that color combination nearly enough. Once in a blue moon it shows up, and whenever it does, ooh, it's a good combination. Mr. McGillicuddy says, every time I see a hamster, I just remember a gift of one screaming with Jacksepticeye's voice. I want to see this one. Jacksepticeye's voice has a lot of really good meme potential. Very good meme potential. And Wild says, I just paid for the standard edition. I don't know what version I want, but you guys want to do a let's play? Yeah, there's too many video games to play. First, I've got Requiem to finish. Then eventually, I go back and finish Resident Evil 3 remake. And then I gotta go play Pocopia, which I may or may not be buying tonight. Need to play Pocopia. Want to play Fire Red. I grew up on Leaf Green, but I want to try Fire Red because I know Fire Red gives you the Vulpips. I want the Vulpips. How do they have trading for Fire Red and Leaf Green? Like, how does that work? How is one supposed to get version exclusives? I also heard on the grapevine is that there's extra content in the post game that wasn't in the original versions for Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Switch version. And Wild says local trading, so I'd have to get Bond to get the game. And then we'd have to trade that way. Oh man. We're going back in time with this one. And Mr. McGillicuddy says no online for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Ah, poo. What are you gonna do? Of course they're going to try to incentivize getting people to buy 2 versions. So that's a total of 40 buckaroos. And then I gotta get Pocopia, which is probably gonna cost, what, 60, 70, or 80 bucks? Somewhere in that price range. And then we have Monster Hunter Stories 3, which is going to be another 70 buckaroos. Oh my god, what is money? I need video games to at least space themselves out just a little. Also, the hyper-focused part of my ADHD would like to just settle on maybe a couple of games at a time. This is a bit overwhelming. And Wild says, there is a demo for Monster Hunter Stories 3. I can wait if it's coming out next week. I can wait. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, Pocopia costed me 100 quid. What's a quid? Wait, is a quid a money? That's a currency, right? 100 quid. What the? I'm sorry, I do not know what a quid is. 100 quid. Whoa, that's a lot of USD if you were to convert it. That's 133 USDs for if you were to like transform one to the other. Dude, wait, are there in-game purchases? Because that's a little mean if they do that. That's a little mean. And then again, we live in the age of greed, so I'm not surprised, I'm just disappointed. And Mr. McGillicuddy says, no, it's the Australian version of saying bucks. Ooh, buckaroos, nice. Get it? Buckaroos, like kangaroos, but with... Oh, that's terrible. At first it was an accident, and then I realized that wait, there's a pun in there. You guys hear it too? Please don't be mad. You guys know I love my puns. And moving forward, we have more food. Shoujo! Ooh, I need to be quieter. I definitely could be a noise complaint just because I am a very loud person. Shoujo, how dare you put delicious food pictures in here? Oh my lord. I suddenly have a craving to go to Olive Garden. Okay, we've got some penne pasta, we've got some shredded cheese and oregano drizzled on top. And I'm guessing that this is a tomato-based sauce. Maybe a meat marinara? I want it. Shoujo, you are tormenting me. That's it. Next time I go to Korean barbecue, I'm taking twice as many pictures and I'm throwing them all in your DMs. You better prepare yourself, mister. This is our server's food wars. I will not forget this treachery. Dude, I love pasta. That's like my weakness. I've got a lot of weaknesses when it comes to food. I love pasta, I love ramen, I love dessert, I love boba. And Sentinel says, since we can post up to 6 images, barring exceptions, I'm paying my Sohma tax. Here's my dinner for tonight, Sentinel, not you too. Orange chicken with fried rice and veggies with a side of edamame beans from Teriyaki Madness, an Asian food chain. I think I'm ready for second dinner right about now. That looks so good. Chim chim chimkin, chim chim chimkin, chim chim chimkin, chimkin chimkin. And edamame beans can be really dang good too. Mr. McGillicuddy says, nah, Bond, here's Sohma Scream food. Dang it, Shoujo. Hi, up. Yeah, that's pretty much the Bond and Sohma experience when it comes to me streaming. You're not entirely wrong. Sentinel, no. Don't make me hungry too. Sentinel says it was. I save enough for lunch next day. Cool. They make a really good snack and they're a great source of fiber as well. Sentinel says, Mr. Manager, get her some noms. I tried out something different today that Bond found at the supermarket. Oh, he tried, what's it called? They're like pork dumplings, but instead of pork, it had Peking duck. I did not like the Peking duck, for the Peking duck was a bit on the gamey side. Jojo says, foods. You know what you did, mister. You know what you did. Alright. Buy me food, Jojo. I'm hungry. I am now officially hungry. And I'm gonna do something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna do it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Why must this happen to me? That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna live up to my promise. You are getting so many pictures of food whenever I get the chance. Yes. This is now our food wars. Wait, let me just pull up chat again. Sorry, I lost you guys. Yeah, you laugh for now. Let's see if you laugh once I start sending you pictures from Korean barbecue, from all the ramen places I love the most, when I get a boba. Two can play at this war game. Shots can be fired from the other side! Aw, thanks, Renchi. And Wilson still says, okay, here's a simple question. Do you prefer spicy nuggets or regular nuggets? I'm gonna say regular nuggets because I can't handle spicy food all that well. Ever since my surgery, I've been twice as sensitive to spicy food, so I can't handle it too well. So unfortunately, I prefer regular nuggets because then I get to choose exactly what sauce I want to dip it in. If I feel like ranch, I can go ranch. If I feel like barbecue sauce, I do barbecue sauce. Or honey mustard, oh my god. And she says, I like regular nuggets. Fair. Sometimes if the nuggets are done just right, they don't need a sauce. And if a nugget doesn't always need a sauce 100% of the time, then you've got yourself some quality chicken nuggets. That's some good eats. And this is where I will slightly throw in a little bit of a small opinion about McDonald's nuggets. They're good, but they hit that part of my senses with the smell. It smells like the AMC when you smell chicken nuggets from McDonald's. So, of course, like all of this like happy chemicals go off in my brain through associative smell. But then after eating them for a while, I'm like, this tastes like cardboard. I can't taste any of this. So every time I go in for a bite, I'm like, no. Let's just put this in some barbecue and much better. Wells of Steel says, I had myself some chicken rings and some chicken rings? Am I reading that right? You meant wings, right? I've never heard of a chicken ring before. And if they exist, elaborate. And some fries from White Castle. They were okay, but the only annoying part is the items. I think they were so greasy that the bag soaked through. Ooh, that's so, that's, you know, I not many places can rival the ability to soak through a bag except for one fast food chain I'm familiar with. Unfortunately, Jack in the Box. They're pretty greasy. I never eat there. It was really close to my college, so of course there were a couple of late nights where I'm just like, I haven't eaten all day, I need something in my stomach. And I succumbed to their menu and ordered a couple of bites, and of course got a really mean tummy ache because of it. That stuff is greasy. Energy says, sending the kitty some hugs. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hugs. I appreciate it. Wiz of Steel says, okay, here's a simple question. Okay, I read that one. And Shoujo says, bring it. Oh, is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? Because I've got years worth of photos and videos that I could share. You will not survive. Your hunger will not survive. And she says, Sohma, have you heard of You and I Are Polar Opposites? I haven't. Is that a game? I can also search the steamy steams just in case. And Wheels of Steel says, Sohma, you ever eaten at a burger place called Five Guys? Sort of. I was at a convention. I was selling artwork. Bon went on a very quick food run for me, and he came back with Five Guys. So I wasn't able to eat the food fresh. And unfortunately, it wasn't at the time because everything was really like rushed and the fries got cold. It wasn't that good. It was okay. It was alright. I gotta try it again to give it a proper review. Ah, Richie says, it's an anime. I'll have to give that a look-see in the future. When the brain cell was a little more activated and I got through all my video games for the day. Speaking of video games, I was able to play Zenless and I got Arya and her W engine. I'm pretty stoked about that. I was worried. Because I was like, I only have 85 tapes available. I wasn't sure if I was going to get lucky or if I was going to lose the 50-50. But I got lucky both times. I had to use 70 of my tapes just to get Arya. Then, in my first 20 pulls for the W engine, I got lucky. I got the W engine. I was like, really? Maybe this is the universe being nice to me since I had to get an MRI that day. And Wheels of Steel says, I used to love Red Robin, but they took away a lot of the burgers I liked, including the smoke and pepper burger and the scorpion burger. I've never been to Red Robin before. That's a shame, otherwise I would have loved to have tried those burgers. Of course, on your recommendation. Let me go ahead and continue, because, like, I can definitely get sidetracked for a while here. Right here, we've got a post from Mr. McGillicuddy saying, latest prints I just finished, the Millennium Ring and the mini sarcophagus, which I think held the Millennium Puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a couple of roadblocks with these two as I had to reprint parts and wait a week for more filament. It looks pretty good, though. It looks nice. It's got a lot of texture to it, too. You guys can see, like, there are different, like, folds here, and here, and here, and then you've got these circles. Like, there's a lot of attention to detail with these 3D prints. And she says, I recommend You and I are polar opposites to you and Bon. It's super cute, and I can't stop listening to the opening song. Dude, I'm here for some cute. I could definitely use some cute. Especially with all the intensity of reality and current gameplay situations. That'd be cool. And here's the second one. Ooh, this one looks like a sarcophagus, which it probably is. What's on the inside? Is this where all of the Millennium puzzle pieces go? Because I think I see the top part where the chain links up. Right there. Wheels of Steel says, no way am I putting that ring on. I'll end up possessed by Zork. Who is Zork? I've never heard that name before. Is that the alternate personality that takes over Yugi's brain? You know, the one with the deep voice? And she says that's right. Good job, Sohma. I guessed right. Cool. Because, yeah, when it comes to the world of, or the universe of Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's still a lot I don't know. Like, I grew up with the show and I watched only a couple of episodes, if I'm going to be honest. And she says, wait, no. And Wheels of Steel says Zork is the evil villain entity from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. So, they had one singular evil villain in that series. No way. And Sentinel says Zork is Bakura's other self. Yami is Yugi's other self. I'm guessing Yami was created to counter Zork. It's kind of like a whole yin and yang situation, I bet. The whole good versus evil trope. Dude, I love the voice actor for I'm trying to remember the name. For Yami. Yami, dude, like his voice is just like puberty. Yeah, but he's still just a tiny little guy. And she says, you need to watch a recap to understand the lore. Very, very true, very true. Like, something Shadow Realm. That's all I know. That's all I remember. That's all I can remember at this point in time. It's been years. It's impressive that you guys know so much about the lore of the series and the anime. How old is the anime? How many years? If you guys tell me how old it is, I'll just like turn to dust immediately. Be like, no. Alright, next up. What do we got here? We have a response from Mr. McGillicuddy saying, oh yeah, to add, model for the ring done by Ben Crawford on printables.com, and the box is done by DD Viking 1 on cgtrader.com. And here we have a post from Ender saying, a work in progress world map for my world building project. Very rough right now as I still need to figure out the weather patterns since rain affects things like where rivers are. Continents are unnamed, and the planet is called Erebus. Lighter colors are taller mountains, dark blue equals deeper oceans. Ooh, sounds fascinating. Definitely gives off the feeling that you'd see, like, this gives me video game energy. And knowing me and maps, I'd get very confused very easily. Wait, what is the very light spots for? I forgot. Wait, is this like for the weather? So are you saying like the white spots are like where it rains and stuff? Interesting. I imagine this is like a texture map that wraps around an object. Reggie says before the 2000s. Yep, that makes sense. Probably 1998 or 1999. And Buck says, I saw a puppy named after Twilight in the Puppy Bowl. It was named Twilight Sparkle. Oh, that's so cute. That's actually super duper cute, dude. I'm so happy that the Puppy Bowl exists. I have a group of friends where whenever the game is on, they always tune into the Puppy Bowl. And I'm like, the fact that this exists is a good thing because it brings joy to other people. And if anything exists in this world, beyond just entertainment, I'm glad that it brings, like, happiness to others. Because happiness is important. Oh, those are the mountains. Gotcha. Thanks for your patience, Under King. I appreciate that. And Wheels of Steel says, if you're showing a full map, we can't see the full image in the frame. Oh, my bad, my bad. Let me see if I can fix this. Let me see. 1 second here. Perhaps when I zoom into pictures, it's a little too zoomed in. Do that. A little more to the right. I think that's as far as I can do it for now. And I'll zoom out. If there's ever a part that's like missing, let me know. Oh, we've got spoilers in the Show Me Live. Okay, if any of you don't want to see the starters for Generation 10 of Pokemon that doesn't come out until 2027, look away! You have been warned. I'll give you guys like a 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I mean, like, who hasn't seen it by now, right? If you exist on any social media platform, this exploded everywhere. It's literally impossible to go on any form of social media and not end up seeing the starters. What I'm worried about... Oh, this is so cute. Let me grab the artwork link and throw it in the chat for you guys if you want to see it. Here is the artist. Yeah, everybody lost their marbles when it came to seeing these starters here. Bird looks so grumpy. Such grumpy bird. Such a very grumpy boy, but very cute. And I mean, hello, like we all didn't just immediately fall in love with Pombon, let's be real. But this little water lizard is super duper cute too. I love them. They look like a gummy worm and I kind of want to eat them. They kind of look like candy, but they are also very adorable too. I really want to know what the shiny of this one looks like. Oh, Bonbon! Baby! I want a cat. I want one, and I want to name it Missile from Ghost Trick. Before I saw the resemblance between the two, because, you know, Pomeranians be like, I also wanted to name this one Meteor, just because it looks like it would come in like meteorites from Planet Crafters, which I've been playing a lot of lately. I need to get back into that game and finish it. Like, I play the game for days and days and days, and then I suddenly get ADHD'd into another video game, and then I stop playing it, and I get really close to completely terraforming the planet. And Renchi says, I like the water starter. Me too, me too. They're all really good starters. This one's just a really puffy angry bird. What do you guys think the final evolution for Burb is going to be? Given how round and curly it is, maybe it might become a cloud. Wheels of Steel says, the dog weirdly reminds me of Temmie. I wouldn't say it's so weird. I mean, Temmie is also reminiscently looking of Doggo. Visual? It's got that zero brain cell energy behind those eyes, not a single thought. Just like me. I like it. But it's exuding maximum happy, and I love that. Where I may be very sleepy and chill, this guy has all the energy. And, man, I could use some of that energy. This guy looks like he took all the energy drinks. Maybe that's why there's no energy drinks at the cafe. You drank it all, didn't you? Could also name it Pom Bon. Could also name it after Bon. And she says, there are a lot of really good fan arts of the starter evolutions. Oh, I bet. And I'm excited to see what people come up with when it comes to fake mons or predictions of what their evolutions might turn into. Then everybody, like, loses it when Pombon starts walking on two legs. And you start to see fire type, and then the second type shows up, fighting. Then it's literally Incineroar all over again. I don't mind them, like, being partially humanoid. I don't mind it. It's how it's done. Because Blaziken, let me talk to you. Blaziken was lit. Like, super cool. Like, actually one of my favorite Pokemon. And Renji says there's a lot of good fan art. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Need more. And Wheels of Steel says, well, if we name this thing after a bond, we can name you after Skitty. Yay! I love Skitty. Skitty is my spirit creature. It does a lot of spin. Spin is my favorite. Ender King says, his brain is a single-celled organism. And mine's just a carton of milk that's spilled over. And Richie says, I'd also love to see new types of evolutions. I know, it's been forever. How many more generations are going to go by until they finally decide to give us maybe a flying type, or a steel type, or a poison type, or a dragon type? Come on, Pokemon, get creative with it. We've been waiting. And if their reasoning is like, oh, we don't want to take the design from the fans by accident, well then, do your research, get creative, and don't look on the internet. You can't go wrong there. Probably for these titles, since it's wind and waves, they could probably give us a flying type, I feel. I want more evolutions. The main reason why Eevee has always been one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is because, to me, Eevee was the Pokemon of infinite possibilities, where they could become anything they wanted to be if they so choose. I always wait. That was weird grammar. Brain's like doing a hold up. They could be whatever they want if they so wished for it. If they wished for it hard enough. If they applied themselves and tried really, really hard, and trained really, really hard, they could become whatever they wanted to be. And I always thought that was such a beautiful thing. And that's something I kind of hoped for myself too growing up. And now I'm a VTuber. It is wind and waves, Ender King. No shade here. Here we are, the friendlies. And speaking of friendlies, next artwork we've got is a artwork of Derpy Hooves once more. also known as... Oh wait, what's their actual, like... Here is the... Let me throw the link in the chat to this artwork. I just know them as Derpy. But didn't they also have another name? I forget. Oh, this was drawn by Faith Star. I like their artwork. Very, very cute. They did not skip out on the details on the feathers here. Very foofy feathers. Many feathers. And Ender King says, I know, it just sounds like the land of wind and shade from Homestuck, and I'm brain rotted. That's okay, I'm brain rotted too. We all have the things that live in our head rent-free, and we can't unstick them. So for you, you've got Homestuck on the brain. Can't unhear, can't unstick it. And Wheels of Steel says, Derpy is precious and needs to be protected. I think that she is very precious indeed, too. But I bet she can take a pretty darn good care of herself, too. Especially if she just backs into all of her threats. Ain't nothing can survive a rear-end back attack from the Derpy's behind. She's done property damage with her butt. Have you seen? I'm gonna take a quick swig of water. Hydration check, everyone! And Wheels of Steel says, I mean, she uses the power of muffins, and muffins are a deadly weapon, especially if they go stale. Especially if they go stale, or if someone who doesn't know how to cook turns them into bricks, because that's also a possibility. The possibilities are practically endless. What flavor muffins would you use as a weapon? What flavor? My problem is, if you say blueberry, I'm gonna eat all of the weapons. If you say banana, I'm also going to eat all of the weapons. I love banana bread muffins. I love blueberry. I love pumpkin spice. What else is there? What else? Chocolate chip is really good if it's fresh and warm. Muffins used to be my breakfast when I was in high school. I remember. Rosa Steel says, I'm going to use Simple Brand muffins as weapons. Oh, Simple Brand. Ah, yes. So the basic bread recipe. Gotcha. Next up, adorable. This is so cute. Let me grab the link to the artwork here. These are 2 Raichus, am I correct? I have too many tabs. Here we go. Let me just post this here. They're adorable. These are the X and Y Mega, or no, this is an Alolan Raichu with a Mega Evolved Raichu. And Wheels of Steel says, I'm going to use Simple Brand muffins as weapons. What would that taste like? I imagine it would be pretty much on the bland side. Yeah, we can use that as a weapon. It's super cute. This one gets a pet, and this one gets a pet. They both get pets. They're about to boop each other on the nose with their noses. That's cute. They's about to nuzzle. Wheels of Steel says yes, specifically the Alolan variant and one of the Mega Raichus. Gotcha. Super duper cute! I need to go back and finish Pokemon Legends ZA. I got pretty far. You guys saw. I got to go back and finish the DLC. Like I said before, it's hard to keep up with multiple games. I play and I hyper focus on one game, and then another game comes out, and then I go and I do that thing, and then I get completely distracted. Because then I get totally hooked on that one thing and I don't think about anything else and I get locked in. And that's pretty much what happens. And I never got to see the Mega Evolutions like in my own game yet. It's a shame. But at least I'm never without entertainment. I've got lots of it to go. Next up, we've got some really adorable Sonic artwork here. Let me post this in the chat for y'all. Here you go. And I will zoom in. Tails being all curled up like this is super cute. It's basically pet energy right here. And Wheels of Steel says, I know Pikachu is the mascot, but its evolution can be cute. It's basically a giant cuddly rat. It really is. It really, really is. Kind of better than a certain Disney mascot, if you ask me. I've always loved Raichu. Even when he was just known as, like, Lieutenant... Wait, was it Surge's Pokemon? I'm trying to recall. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, very cute artwork. You guys are giving me the soft and the cuddlies here. And the cuddlies is making me want to take a nap. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Renchi. Thank you. Next up, we've got artwork of Pokecats. It's a very interesting art style. I like Litten's expression here. Here is the link to this artwork. I really like Litten's expression right here. Just, I'm so done with your stuff kind of look. Just, Meowth and Skitty look like they're holding on to the last brain cell. Skitty looks like they believe they have that brain cell. Meowth looks like they just ate the last brain cell. Litten is a mood. Litten looks like they just knocked something off the counter. Is angry. It's angry it didn't get second dinner yet. That's such a mood. It's not like I can relate to that or nothing. I want second dinner. Oh, Bon! Can you hear me? Nah, I don't think he can hear me. I'll get him later. I know where he lives! And Ender King says, Hobbit mode. And Wheels of Steel says, no, Litten is mad because someone tried to spook him with a cucumber. Not the cucumber assault. We shall get revenge for Litten. And she says his pride is going to lead him to his downfall. A very relatable karma quirk that I totally don't understand on an intimate level. My pride, my karma, it follows me like a shadow. I know it too well, Renchi. I know it too well. Next up, we've got artwork of... I forgot the characters' names, but they're from the regular show. But they're drawn in a very specific style. It reminds me of Cuphead. Hey, if you guys know, you know. Here's the link to the artwork. And I'm going to go ahead and just make this zoomed in just a little bit. Yeah, Mordecai and Rigby, that's right. Good memory, you guys. And Ender King says, if you don't get the reference, it's because canonically hobbits have 7 meals a day. Just 7? Only 7? Man. Think of the crunchability. Just 7? Talk about putting a limiter on fun. And on food. Who puts a limiter on food? You gotta live it up, man. And Ender King says, oh yeah, I read that. They need more than 7 meals. More. And she says, you beat me to it, Wheels. Opal? What is Opal? That's kind of like hard to unhear once you watch regular show. And like one episode with these two, they're always yelling, in every episode. And Ender King says, one of which is literally called Second Breakfast. Or there's also brunch and dinner. Don't forget the in-between time zone foods. And imagine having multiple of those. Aw, man, you'd become a blimp real fast. I just want second dinner. I don't want second dinner. Nah, I just want a sugary treat. I'm craving. And Wheels of Steel says, I mean, Garfield has 12 meals a day. Like, consistently? Consistently 12 meals a day? Does he ever break the record? The guy's built like a football. Alright, and next up we have a post from Ender. Ender says, for context, I specialize in procedural art, where you write math, that becomes art when it gets graphed. Here, I'm trying to make a coral-like animal called a rangeomorph. I just can't get it right. Black is what is supposed to look like orange equals mine. Interesting. Looks sick though. Like, it's sick as in cool. Like, minus the parts that you didn't want to come out the way they did. This looks like a really cool tree or leaf. Like, this is giving strong foliage energy. And this one's it's kind of psychedelic in a way. It's cool stuff. Use the power of math to do this? Dude, I couldn't wrap my head around that. That's crazy. That must take a lot of patience on your end. How do you stick with it? Ender King says, frustration! Yay! Oh no. It's pretty cool, all things considered, right, Renchi? Ender King says, I got close, but it's off by just enough to annoy me. I feel like that's such a relatable thing. Although, I can't relate to doing math and combining it with art. That's a very unique way to go about it. Yeah, I like it too. Keep up the good work, Ender King. It'll eventually come out the way you want it, but you just can't give up. Will Steele says, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw that image, I mistook it as a DNA strand. This one, right? Because it looks swirly. I can kind of see the DNA strand, which is kind of sort of cool. Because of the repeated patterns, it's definitely got a texture-like feeling because of that. Dude, the brain loves patterns. And Ender King says, don't even get me started on how wrong I got the rangeomorph species that was supposed to look like cabbage. Wait, which one's supposed to look like cabbage? Is it this one or just this one? Oh, is the video freezing? Feel free to let me know, you guys. Let me know. So far, it looks like we're doing okay at the moment, but if you guys are experiencing technical difficulties, hit me up and let me know so I can make some adjustments for you. Ender King says, neither. I couldn't get a good comparison. Well, I am wishing you the bestest with your code and your math, and may it turn out the way that you hope for. Yeah, go for it, Ender. As long as you are within the post limit, I would say. I'm not keeping track. This is what I leave up to Zabanban. Which is why we usually don't accept posts the same day, because keeping track of how many posts every single member has made, now that's a really difficult thing to do. Especially for my brain. And Wheels still says, I think it was hiccuping, but it's okay now. Okay, cool. Glad to hear it's doing better now. Sorry for any technical hiccups on YouTube's end. And of course I will apologize. Let me see what else is up here. And then I'll scroll down just to, oh wait, we're at the very bottom. I think for Ender's posts, I have a tally mark system here. Let's see. Ooh, a rangeomorph reef. The cabbage one in the middle. It's cute. That's a cute plant. I like it. I like it. It's adorable. It looks soft and feathery. And Wizzlesail says, okay, here's a question for everybody. Do you ever hate it when restaurants have temporary items that you love, but they take them off the menu? 110% yes! Oh, that bothers me so much. To the point where it makes me nostalgic and sad. I know it too well. There was this item from one of my favorite restaurants of all time. Favorite due to sentimentality, but also the food was really, really good. It was called Chikuwa cheese tempura. Now imagine you deep fry cheese and you wrap it in delicious breadcrumbs. Oh my god. It's like a mozzarella stick, but it's not mozzarella. It's a different kind of cheese. And I think it's got shrimp in the middle. It's really good. And I don't even like shrimp. But it's actually so flipping good. It's gone now, though. I wish I could taste it one more time. If I ever see it on a menu again, even if it's not at my favorite restaurant, I'll still give it a try. Huh? Did I say something funny, Renchi? What do you mean? No way, really, Sohma? What? What'd I say that was so surprising? Enderking says they're like coral, but not actually because they were evolved from something different. Well, if you think about it, it kind of looks like the Pokemon Toxapex if you flip them upside down. Anything can look cute if you try hard enough. Enderking says, anyway, the model my code makes for the cabbage Rangemorph looks like a birdcage somehow. No, I could totally see the resemblance of what you're going for here. Because I can see like each part that feathers out is like a stem. Renji says, a Chikuwa food item? What does Chikuwa mean? Does Chikuwa translate to something not safe? Chikuwa meaning. Ah, it's a Japanese food. For Japanese food. Chikuwa, bamboo ring, is a popular Japanese tube-shaped fish cake made from ground white fish meat, salt, sugar, egg whites, and starch, formed around a bamboo or metal stick and grilled or steamed. It has a distinct hollow center, chewy texture, and savory flavor, commonly used in oden, stir fries, and as a snack. Okay, let me see if I can look up the whole name. Chikuwa cheese tempura. And then I could pull up a picture that best represents it. And then share it with you guys. I should have taken pictures of these way back when. Oh, it's funny. It's interesting. Because the way they looked way back when they were still available, they didn't look like the typical Chikuwa tube-like shape. It had a different shape altogether. They looked like little round mochi balls. And then as time went forward, around the time they just about removed it from the menu, it evolved in shape. Food items are not supposed to change so drastically. Bon remembers what this looks like. And he's ordered something very similar to this. Here, I will post a picture of this in our chat so you guys can see it as well. There you go. Now, I can share with you guys something. Renji said, I thought it was a Chikuwa-themed food, like the mascot. Ooh, what kind of mascot? You wouldn't be talking about the character from Love is War, would you? Or are you talking about from a different mascot entirely? Ender King says, Chikuwa-bu. That's a reference to a particularly funny Toho scene. Well, I'll have to look into that one later. Chikuwa-bu. Nani kore? leave that in so I can look this up later. And I'll type in Toho just so I don't forget the roots. The roots of the memes. Ah, Renji says different mascot. So, which mascot is this mascot? Feel free to elaborate if you so wish. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and drink some water. And I think I'll take this moment to still research what other... Man, the Chicoa that I had was so much different. So different. So yummy. Uh-oh. I lost a tab. I have way too many tabs open all at the same time. How many tabs do you guys have open right now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I has 11. I has 11. A portion of these just go all to my social media, so that way, when I do go live for my streams, I can always keep you guys posted and updated. Although I'm not perfect at that. I do believe I'm getting a little bit better at it. And Wheels of Steel says, I just posted one with my menu experience that I had to deal with. Let me see. Eh? Where is it? Oh wait, or is it in chat? Wheels of Steel says, Taco Bell had this thing where it was like a crispy chicken burrito. It had sauce, pico de gallo, cabbage, and chicken tenders in it. Chicken tenders too? It was amazing and they took it off the menu. Ah, that sucks. Why bother inventing new foods that taste amazing and then just take it off the menu? It probably wasn't earning enough revenue. Ugh. I'm so sorry to hear that, Wills. Hopefully they come out with better food in the future and actually keep it this time, right? And Renji says it's a popular Japanese cartoon mascot. Can anyone else back me up here? Ender King says, I believe the actual scene is called Spin Kappa Convenience Store. Why do I get the feeling I've seen something like this before? Given that Kappa is in the name, a certain Kappa is probably involved. But it's done Family Mart style. Ender King says, the Toho scene, I mean. Ah, so... What happens if I type in Chikua mascot? Maybe that might illuminate. Is it a dog? Is it a doggo? I'm seeing a doggo here. It's cute. I'm gonna post it here. Is this the mascot you're thinking of, Renchi? Is this the card you were thinking of? That said, we've reached the bottom of our Show Me Live. Nope, this is not the right mascot. Dang it. Google, you have failed me. But I believe we have reached the end of our Show Me Live. Yep. These last two pictures I have posted are the very, very end. And Ender, I feel that if you continue to work at it, you will eventually be able to achieve this shape. I feel like you're really, really close to it. Like, really, really close. Keep up the good work. That said, I'm gonna start to wrap up today's stream because I can yap on forever and also space off into the universe forever. Meanwhile, we've got lots and lots of video games to play. And speaking of which, we're going to be playing more Resident Evil Requiem tomorrow. Wish me energy and strength, you guys. And Renchi says, that picture screams Hollow Knight, which is a game I will one day attempt to play when I'm feeling a little bit more, I would say, better with my reflexes, because that game is one massive skill check. And yeah, I want to wish you guys a wonderful rest of your Thursday night, and I look forward to playing more Requiem with you guys tomorrow. And we will be playing new games potentially next week as well, so look forward to that. Until next time. OBS, where'd you go?